What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Dom Kennedy has been more missed than hit in the last 2 years. I feel like a lot of the music that he's been putting out just doesn't sound up to par with what he was putting out when he first got noticed. The best thing that he dropped in the last 2 years was the $500,000 EP with Hit Boy just a couple weeks ago. But I feel like I didn't even spin that as much. A few weeks later, here we are with Los Angeles Is Not For Sale Volume 1. The biggest issue with Dom is that he sounds uninspired. His flows are very laid back, but they are also coming across as lazy. I'm not saying that you can't do the slow flow, but at some point you gotta say, what else do you got? Why doesn't Dom Kennedy sound like he wants to rap anymore? Can someone in his circle tell him what he needs to hear? I really felt like this album was a chore to get through. So much so that I wanted to listen to old Dom Kennedy. I went back and started listening to the original Dom Kennedy. I was listening to this record on DJ Mustard's Ketchup titled Nothing Like Me. I was bumping When I Come Around. So as you can see, I was trying my hardest to just forget this project and relive the past. But I overcame that and listened to it more and more. And I really can't say that my opinion has changed. It hasn't gotten any better. I will say that this is better than by Dom Kennedy because I found one song that I liked. My favorite song on the album is California. The beat, it just bangs. It's Dom Kennedy actually sounding like he wants to be here. His flow isn't that lazy, just off-putting flow that he's just using throughout the whole project. He actually sounds like he's trying on this record. And I like it. It's a good record, but at the same time, I feel like the lyrics aren't really anything special. I'm not really thrilled listening to the verses compared to some of the other songs on the album. Make no mistake, Dom Kennedy can still rap a little bit, but I really do think it's the flow that's getting to him. I personally would love to see a remix for California. Maybe even 2 remixes. One with new California artists or more like up to date. Like a Kendrick or a Schoolboy Q or a T-Fly, a Nipsey Hussle. And then maybe like an old school remix with like Snoop or the Dog Pound, Warren G. I think this type of record calls for it. Now let's get into the bad songs. I only want to highlight 2, but make no mistake, there were a lot of bad songs on this project. I just don't feel like talking about every single one. So I wanted to single out Let the Money Burn. It's the first song that you hear on the album. And you also get a feel for where Dom Kennedy's mind is at. He pretty much admits his problem when he says, I don't fuck with rap. And he could just be saying that in the way that, oh, I don't really listen to rap or new rappers or anything like that. But I really do feel like I'm going to use it to say Dom is not doing what he wants to do. Like, if you don't fuck with rap, why continue to make it? Why should a fan of yours support what you're doing if you're not putting in the best effort yourself? This is also a bad song because Dom Kennedy wasted the beat. Imagine walking into your favorite restaurant, Dom Kennedy's sitting there with an entire meal. He hasn't even touched it, maybe like one fry or something. And it's one of your favorite meals. And then you just see the man throw it in the trash. That's how I felt listening to this song and a lot of the songs on the album because the production is one of the best parts. I think the production isn't lacking. It's exactly what Dom Kennedy would be going for, but he just needs more inspiration. The other record on my list is DOMINIC Part 2. DOMINIC was one of the better songs on Get Home Safely. DOMINIC Part 2 is one of the worst songs on Los Angeles Is Not For Sale Volume 1. I feel like Dom Kennedy just talks with no regard to the beat sometimes. He's very, he has this off flow that just doesn't complement the beat. Like, why are you talking and not flowing with the production? I also felt like the hook was pretty flat as well. There really wasn't anything going on there. I feel like with this album, I have more questions than anything. I don't have the answers to a lot of these questions, and I don't even know if Dom does. Clearly, he's like immune to the criticism online because I've seen nothing but, I don't want to call it hate, but like constructive criticism. I've seen nothing but that for the last 2 years. And I don't think Dom is really looking at that. He's not looking to his fans to listen. And granted, there's always going to be people out there that like the music, but I can't imagine that there's more people that like what Dom Kennedy's been putting out versus not liking it. How many chances are we willing to give Dom Kennedy? It feels like every time is just a disappointment. It's going to get to a point to where I just don't even care anymore. I'm just not going to press play. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. Dom is in desperate need of some inspiration. I don't know what will motivate him to really care again, but he needs to dig down deep and figure that out. His ratio of dope to nope is 95% in the nope category. There's just no way I can sit here and really call myself a fan of this new music. I think when you listen to Los Angeles Is Not For Sale Volume 1, it's not going to sway your opinion any differently. There is one record on there that I like, California, so I would say listen to that record, and let's pray that Volume 2 is better. So those are my thoughts on Dom Kennedy's Los Angeles Is Not For Sale Volume 1. Let me know what you think about the album in the comment section below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at @SermonsDomain. As always, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for commenting and all of that. If you're a new viewer, I hope that this video was great enough for you to subscribe and check out some of the other reviews, some of the discussions, some of the interviews. There's a lot of content on there and there's a lot more coming. So, until next time, peace.